Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we unlock the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the story of a simple coin that might be lying unnoticed in your home, the 1976 1-cent coin. Don't blink, because this little penny could be worth way more than you think. So grab your coin jars, check your drawers, and stick with me because we're going to explore the fascinating history, design, and high-value secrets behind the 1976 Lincoln penny, and some of them have sold for thousands of dollars. The 1976 1-cent coin is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series that began all the way back in 1909, in honor of President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The coin's design has remained consistent on the obverse, or front side, with Lincoln's bust designed by Victor David Brenner. But 1976 wasn't just any year. It was America's bicentennial, 200 years of independence. While special bicentennial designs were released for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins, the Lincoln penny stayed true to its original appearance. That's because the Lincoln cent wasn't part of the bicentennial redesign, making the 1976 penny feel like a bridge between the old and new. The obverse side features Lincoln facing right, with the word Liberty to the left, and the date 1976 to the right. Just above his head, we see the familiar motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, we have the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely with a magnifying glass, you can actually see a tiny image of Lincoln seated in the middle of the memorial, a tiny detail that most people never notice. The 1976 penny was minted in 3 locations across the United States: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced the most, with over 4.2 billion coins. These coins do not carry a mint mark under the date. The Denver Mint struck over 4 billion 1976 coins. Those will have a small d under the date. And the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors. These 1976 coins are highly polished and have mirror-like surfaces. Less than 4 million of these were made, which is a tiny number compared to the billions from the other mints. Here's something most people don't know: the 1976 penny was still made with 95% copper and 5% zinc. This was before the U.S. Mint switched to mostly zinc coins in 1982 due to rising copper prices. Because of this, the 1976 penny actually has a melt value higher than 1 cent. As of today's copper prices, each 1976 copper penny contains over 2 cents worth of metal. That's right, its actual material is worth more than its face value. However, melting pennies for metal is illegal in the United States, so collectors focus more on numismatic value, what the coin is worth to other collectors. Now let's talk money. How much is the 1976 penny really worth? For most circulated 1976 pennies, the value is typically 1 cent to a few cents if the condition is average. But when it comes to uncirculated coins, mint state examples, and especially rare errors, values can skyrocket. An uncirculated 1976 Lincoln penny from Philadelphia in brilliant red condition can be worth between $1 and $10. A 1976 penny in mint state condition can sell for around the same range, depending on its grade. But here's where things get exciting. High-grade coins graded MS-67 and above by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch much higher values. In fact, a 1976 penny graded MS-67 read by PCGS sold for over $3,200 at auction. That's a tiny penny worth more than 1,000 meals. Proof coins from San Francisco in PR69 deep cameo condition can sell for over $50 to $100 or more. One of the most thrilling parts of coin collecting is discovering a rare error coin, and the 1976 penny is no exception. Some of the most valuable 1976 penny errors include double die obverse, DDO. These are coins where parts of the design, like the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust, appear doubled. Some collectors have sold strong double die examples for hundreds of dollars. Off-center strikes. These occur when the coin isn't properly aligned during striking. If a coin is 50% off-center and still shows part of Lincoln's face, It can be worth $100 or more. Bi errors. A die break between the letters B and E in Liberty creates what looks like an extra I. These are fun to collect and usually sell for $5 to $15. Struck on the wrong planchet. Occasionally, a penny may be struck on a dime or foreign coin planchet. These rare mint mistakes have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. If you want to know whether your 1976 penny is worth big bucks, here's what to do. Check the mint mark. Is it from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco? Look at the condition. Does it still have its original red shine? Is it scratched or clean? Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in the text or date. Check for cracks, cuds, or unusual features. Weigh it. It should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it weighs more or less, it might be on the wrong planchet. Get it graded. If you think you've got a gem, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. So the next time you see a 1976 penny in your change, don't ignore it. That 1-cent coin could hold much more value than meets the eye, especially if it's in pristine condition or features a rare mint error. Coins like these are tiny time machines that connect us to history and carry stories through generations. Who knew that a coin from 1976 could still turn heads and make headlines? If you found this video helpful or surprising, please give it a big thumbs up. Drop a comment below if you have any rare pennies in your collection. I'd love to hear your stories. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos on rare coins, hidden treasures, and money secrets hiding in plain sight. Hello and welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into a piece of American history that might just be hiding in your change jar, the 1975 1-cent coin, also known as the 1975 Lincoln penny. This humble coin could be worth more than you think, and by the end of this video, you might be checking your pockets, drawers, and piggy banks. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on valuable coin tips, history, and some hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your home. Let's start with a look back in time. The 1975 1-cent coin is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This coin was designed by Victor David Brenner and marked the first time a real person appeared on a regular issue U.S. coin. The 1975 penny continued the tradition with Lincoln's familiar profile on the obverse, or front, of the coin. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely at the reverse, you can even spot a tiny figure of Lincoln seated in the center of the memorial, an impressive detail for such a small coin. By 1975, the Lincoln cent had become an everyday part of American life, but that doesn't mean every coin was created equal. Over 10 billion pennies were minted that year across 2 U.S. mints, Philadelphia and Denver. But some of those coins have unique qualities and varieties that make them extremely valuable today. In 1975, the Lincoln cent was produced in 2 major locations: Philadelphia Mint. Coins from this mint have no mint mark and are simply dated 1975. Denver Mint. Coins from Denver bear a small D mint mark just below the year. There were no Lincoln pennies minted in San Francisco for general circulation. In 1975, though, a small number were struck as proof coins for collectors. Now let's talk about value. A typical circulated 1975 penny that you might find in your pocket or change drawer is usually worth just 1 cent. However, some coins are worth far more depending on their condition, rarity, and variety. Here's what collectors are paying for the 1975 penny. Circulated condition. In average circulated condition, a 1975 penny from either mint is usually worth face value 1 cent. Uncirculated condition. In mint state condition. That means no scratches, dings, or discoloration. These coins can be worth anywhere from 5 cents to $2. Brilliant uncirculated or red mint state coins, especially graded MS65 or higher, can be valued between $10 and $25. Proof coins from San Francisco can sell for $1 to $5 or more, depending on the quality. But here's where things get exciting. Era coins from 1975 have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Let's dig into the valuable era coins you need to watch for. These mistakes in the minting process can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Some of the most valuable 1975 penny errors include double die obverse, DDO. This happens when the design is stamped twice on the front of the coin, creating a doubling effect, especially on the date and the words, Liberty, or In God We Trust. These can be worth over $500 or more, depending on clarity and condition. Off-center strike coins that are misaligned during minting and show part of the design missing or shifted can fetch $50 to $250 by error. A small die break between the B and E in Liberty can look like an extra letter I. These quirky coins can go for $10 to $50 among Lincoln cent enthusiasts struck on a foreign planchet. Rare cases where a 1975 penny was accidentally struck on a coin blank meant for another denomination, or even another country. These oddities can be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Clipped planchet. If a portion of the coin's edge is missing in a crescent shape due to a miscut blank, it's called a clipped planchet. These coins are highly collectible and can bring up to $100. Even a regular-looking 1975 penny might have subtle details that turn it into a small fortune. That's why it's essential to check each one carefully, especially with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Here are the mintages for 1975. Philadelphia Mint, over 5.4 billion coins struck. Denver Mint, around 4.5 billion coins struck. San Francisco Mint. Proof, only about 2.8 million proof coins produced. That means more than 10 billion 1975 1-cent coins were minted in total, making it one of the most common years. But as we've seen, rarity isn't always about how many were made. It's about the quality, condition, and errors that make a coin valuable. So how do you know if your 1975 penny is worth money? Check the mint mark. A D means it came from Denver. No mint mark means Philadelphia. Look for red luster. Bright red pennies are in higher demand. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifier to spot doubling, misstrikes, or odd shapes. Weigh the coin. A standard penny from 1975 should weigh around 3.11 grams. If yours is lighter or heavier, it could be a rare minting mistake. Get it graded. If you think you've got something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. The 1975 1-cent coin is a fantastic example of how everyday money can carry hidden value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, checking your spare change might lead you to a rare error coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So don't throw away your pennies, study them, collect them, and maybe even profit from them. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content on coin history, rare finds, and valuable collectibles. Share this video with your friends so they can check their change too. You never know who might be holding on to a fortune without even knowing it. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and tell us which coin you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and stay curious. See you in the next video.